Hello everyone. Yeah, today we're going to be playing a list that won the MCQ at the weekend, Liverpool MCQ. This is Blue-White Planeswalkers. Oh, no, that's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. Sweet. It's a pretty interesting deck list, making use of Mox Amber, which is actually not something that we've seen done in Standard before, or anywhere really before. Fibblethip to help turn it on early, that kind of thing, and then just a glut of Planeswalkers. Basically, every other spell in this deck is Planeswalkers. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to see how this all runs, and yeah, mana base is a little interesting. Let me. I can't just pick the whole thing up. We've got a Field of Ruin, 4 Interplanar Beacons, and then 4 Mobilized Districts. Can I move you up here? Yes, I can. Mobilized Districts. So that's really interesting. Obviously, Mobilized District will often just be on for like 0 activation cost. So as long as it itself is untapped, I can see activating this for 0 a lot today. Sideboard is I think kind of what you'd expect out of this kind of deck. Baffling Ends and Prism Realm to deal with early aggressive decks. Obviously, any go wide decks, we do actually run 4 Wraths in the main board. Cleansing Nova, I should have mentioned that. Sorcerer's Spyglass for the mirror, as well as obviously things like Blue-White Control, Esper Control. I imagine it also comes in against the Fog decks, just so that we can turn off their ways of finding things, because obviously we're not putting a massively fast clock on our opponents with this deck. So we're a pretty heavy control deck, and yet we've got, minimal ways of interacting with that style of deck. So I think it works very well, as long as the Nexus of Fate isn't floating around. A couple of the Planeswalkers that we've got in the main deck, just as extra copies of them, a little bit of counter magic, and then, some, again, Lyra's good anti-red. And Teferi's just good and against control and mid-rangey stuff, I suppose, is more where it's meant to be coming in. So yeah, let's give this a go. Let's try it out. Thank you very much, Sheppy, for that 5-month resub. That is pretty impressive. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty certain you're like one of my longest standing subs, so that's pretty cool. Let's throw this through some games. And you're right, Saheeli is indeed a boss, especially in this deck, where there are 4 spells that don't activate her. Right then, let's play first. That seems good. That seems real good. We'll keep that. Fountain, tapped, go. You had Saheeli in the pre-release. Yeah, I can see her doing a lot of work. Okay, against another Hallowed Fountain deck, I'm pretty happy just paying the 2 life. This just tells them what we're doing, but I can't be bothered to hold the information. Ugin, not a bad draw there. Obviously, it's a little annoying that Ugin's static is very rarely used in this deck. Oh, it's the mirror! I was like, yeah, I haven't seen much about this deck. And then it's like, boom, mirror. Let's, I don't particularly want to Teferi bounce the Fibblethip. And the mirror, we don't do a great deal at instant speed, so Teferi's, we'll take a Saheeli there, yeah. No attacks. I will happily trade off my Fibblethip here, because A, I've got a spare, and B, I'd like to have as many Narset activations as possible. Oh, I love it. We've even, yeah, got the same interplanar beacon stuff going on. They picked up an Ugin the Ineffable, which we obviously picked up with our Fibblethip. Oh, if we could have a Mox Amber, that would be really great. I think we're going to tick down here. I mean, I was just saying. Teferi bounces artifacts as well. We could bounce the Mox Amber again, but it's free to cast, so it won't matter. So I could play... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Saheeli, play Mox Amber, and then play another Thibblethip. So I think we might as well... attack the Narset. Yeah, I figured that would happen. But as I say, we have a backup. And obviously we want to play Saheeli first because this Mox Amber activates her. Wabam! That felt good! Unfortunately, obviously, can't draw the card because the Narset's in play, but I kind of just want to get the 1-1 on the battlefield. I know that sounds completely insane, but I kind of just want to get the 1-1 down. We want to get rid of Narset so that the Time Raveler's back on. But realistically, I just want to draw another land so that I can play Ugin. Oh, Prison Realms in the main. That's unfortunate. Sarkhan. Oh, this is the Jeskai version. Okay. So we could Teferi bounce, like big Teferi bounce that, and leave up little Teferi. I think that's probably best. Yeah, that's probably best. Let's get rid of this Sarkhan. There are no dragons in play, so I take no damage from it. Yada, yada, yada. All good things. Sarkhan obviously seems really good, and I have seen more of these Jeskai versions of the list. Ugin, yeah, I figured. But if he ticks down to not kill a creature, he dies. So, yeah, there's that. Man, this is really annoying. Right, let's tick up with Teferi and we'll see what we hit. Oh, of course. That's a tilt. Even if I'd at least done it with the Teferi first to tuck that, I would have been able to draw with this one. Oh, God, I'm going to get so wrecked by these bloody Narsets, and I could have actually sent 1 point at the Ugin, I suppose. Actually... Wow, okay, I hadn't even realised that sort of interaction. That's going to be really painful for them to deal with. I think I'm just going to 0 and draw 2 cards. Okay, that's dumb. I mean, I could... Okay, so to make extra mana, I could have activated the Mox Amber and then done the Saheeli thing to copy it. But, So they can Ugin tick down to kill something. They can Prism Realm to exile something. Okay, they're going to Ugin up again. Please don't have another Narset. Okay, Prism Realm. Are they targeting my Tezzeret there? Yeah, it looks like it. Don't blame them. Don't blame them. That could be pretty gross. Pretty gross. Another Dove in hand of control. That's not what we want to see. Search for Azcant is a pretty good hit though. Not that there's a lot going in my graveyard at the moment. Yeah, I think we just play Ugin and start making 2/2s as well. Oh man! They're playing Counter Magic mainboard. I didn't even realise that. That's a tilt. Gonna have to do that. Let's get this Search for Azcant down. Don't have another counter spell. Seriously? For fuck's sake. That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. That's... I believe it's when it leaves the battlefield. Yeah, it leaves the battlefield. So if I bounce things, then they still get the cards. That's a serious fucking tilt, actually. They got me with 2 spell pierces in the same turn. Hey, Brave. How's it going? That's really annoying. And they, with 1 decent Planeswalker, are holding off our 2 very medium Planeswalkers and 1, obviously, very good Planeswalker. There's a lot to consider with this deck, though. Time Raveler, sure. See, now I'm like, if I'd played the Time Raveler early, we would have had that problem. No, I played no MCQs this weekend. Another Narset. That's not a bad hit. Let's Teferi. We're going to bounce that one, I guess. Doesn't super matter. We could have obviously bounced the Prism Realm, but we've got no way of stopping it from coming down again, so... let's try and get this Ugin off the battlefield. He's the biggest threat, I think. Holding back 2 of these because we're about to make an extra one off of Narset. But they can easily just bounce one. The fact that they can't kill them with Ugin is kind of interesting, though. Oh. Yes. Yes. To keep the 5, thank you. Oh, we don't particularly want... Oh no, we do kind of want Cleansing Nova. We could destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Oh no, that would destroy my creatures, their Mox Amber and their Prism Realm. Oh, that's interesting. Just another Narset? Isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah? And then we've got no more activations. This is interesting. That's an interesting choice. I mean, I suppose she's making my army at the moment. Okay. We're just going to Narset at each other until one of us falls down, basically. I can see this being a very bloody matchup. Chandra finishes the game relatively quickly, though. Destroying my Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, yeah, sure. Obviously. Another Teferi Time Raveler or a Khan, Scion of Urza. Khan seems probably better. Yeah, they've got all their mana online. I was like, I could Field of Ruin, but... Actually, I could Kasmina. Try and get on the battlefield a bit better than them. Yeah, actually, I'm well up for that. What did we just... Oh, Narset! Bloody hell. Yeah, I'd forgotten about Narset. That was dim of me. Let's just replace my Narset again. That Narset thing is going to keep getting me with this deck, I'm sure. Treasure map. Well, that's only medium good. And then, yeah. Still, we made another 2-2, which is at least good enough to annoy their Planeswalkers a bit more. This is going to be a really tough fight. At least they don't get to draw a card because of my Narset. I could see the Jeskai version of this list just being better in the mirror match. Like if this was an actual paper tournament, I think I probably would have conceded by now and gone to sideboarding. And just hope that I can find a way through after board. Okay, there's a new Time Raveler. Interesting. We still can't draw a card. That's very interesting. Suppose they want to keep their Narset around? That's what's going on there? Yeah, they've become very popular. I really wanted to see how good they were against, like, Red or something. Oh, Teferi Hero of Dominaria or Teferi Time Raveler. I've got a Time Raveler in play, don't I? Yes. But I have no way of actually drawing any extra cards at the moment. So I think I actually want the Time Raveler just to bounce one of their creatures. Amazingly. You can go away. Yeah, sure. But then we'll get rid of the Narset so I can start drawing some extra cards again. Then I can activate Kasmina, draw cards. Mobilize District isn't bad. We'll bin the Hand of Control. If only Teo said you and Planeswalkers you control have hexproof. That would be very good. What's the betting that they have a way of removing all my creatures? I was like, maybe I meant to like -2 here. Oh, they're just going to give me the Hand of Control, aren't they? Yeah, thought so. But we'll get the Mobilized District down. Took an hour and 40. That's kind of what I'm worried about with these decks. Even if they're good, and maybe I should be playing them, it doesn't matter because they just take so long to play that you can never realistically like do very well. I mean, obviously the MCQ winner did just fine, but at the same time, I'm a little bit like, I don't want to test that. Oh, and there's another Narset. Like, I can totally see that this is a deck that I should definitely consider playing for the MCQs. Yeah, exactly. You're just moving things around. It's really technical. You've got to remember all of your statics, all of your triggers, that kind of thing. And like I say, I know that there were two. What are we killing? Oh, my Narset. Okay, that's fine. I know that there were two in the top 8. Yeah, just the static effects to keep an eye on is just going to be so brutal. think my opponent's completely taken control here. Yeah, the red version of this is just so much better in the mirror match because you've got ways of actually interacting with what they're doing. Let's grab my Prism Realms, Disdainful Stroke, Negate, Teferi, Saheeli, Sorcerer's Spyglasses, out can come Teo, Dovin, Cleansing Nova might stay in, actually, just in case, because obviously they're going to be Saheeliing as well. Yeah, exactly. The opponent has to think about their lines as well. So it's not like I could just be like, okay, well, I'm going to take a long time, but my opponent's game plan is at least really simple. Because it isn't. What on earth else comes out here? Just Fibblethip? Nah, Fibblethip turns on Mox Amber. Maybe it is just meant to be the Cleansing Novas. I don't know. But I can see battlefields getting really glutted with my opponent's creatures if they get a Saheeli down as early as we just did. I think maybe Time Raveler's medium and Power of Veils is insanely good. Maybe Khan is only okay. And then let's put Khan back in. There we go. I think we'll do that. Yeah, I trimmed a Mox. Yeah, but you can turn 5 an Ugin, which is much faster. You can turn 4 a Hero of Dominaria, you know. This is an unfortunate mulligan. That's a good hand. We'll keep that. And we'll top that. That seems fine. I think I'm going to upkeep Scry here. No, actually, let's just draw. I kind of just want to get Teferi Time Raveler down. Turn off all these counter spells that my opponent seems to be playing. Oh, they've got it. Yeah. The veto, yeah. It does feel very much like we should be playing more counter magic in the sideboard. Like, I don't fully understand why we aren't. And we've got no legendary to turn on this Mox Amber. That's a tilt. At least my opponent missed their third land drop there. Well, they found it there. Fibblethip's just really good in this deck. I think we're going to... Oh, view battlefield. I'm going to set up an upkeep stop. I think we're going to bottom the Prism Realm. Yeah, Teferi seems fine. I think we're actually going to bounce that Fibblethip, amazingly enough, and just let them redraw the card. No, I'm going to hold this Amber. We might find a better time to use it, say if we find a Saheeli or something. Oh dear. Yeah, I wondered if they might get into an aggro, turn into an aggro deck. And that's going to kill my Ugin as well. Ooh, Cleansing Nova, hello. Okay, no spell pierce one time. Dece. And I'm going to play the Mox Amber. Oh, doesn't do anything. Ugin's colourless. Ah. Yeah, this deck is really complicated. And I don't get it. Okay, there's their Teferi Time Raveler. Cool. Bounce my 2/2, sure. Attack my Ugin for 4. If they have the shock, that's really bad. Oh no, attack him for 5. Yeah, alright, fine. We died. We died. Opponent has 7 cards in hand. That's really fucking annoying. I'm like, I want to test out this deck. Okay, mirror match instantly. Only their version is way better against ours than ours is against theirs. Hello everybody, if you're just joining us, thank you very much. Please hit that follow button, it really helps out a ton. We're going to run this through probably like 5 matches today, and then I think I'm going to give up. Because I imagine that my brain is going to be fried by that point. I think this is a keep. Like, Narset on 3, Cleansing Nova on 5 seems fine, especially against any deck playing blue. Okay, blue-black, duress me on turn 2. Cool. Probably take the Narset, I imagine. Or one of the Narsets. Seeing as they shut down. Oh, taking the Khan. I mean, I suppose I know I have a backup Narset, but I don't know. That still seems like one of the worst things to have in play against us. Yeah. Well, we're gonna Teferi bounce that, I imagine. I do not want that to connect. Ooh, that was a good draw. Because Thief of Sanity requires that it actually deals damage. I don't wish it had tapped the mobilized district there. Yeah, cool. Don't actually know what our opponent's really playing. I imagine it's just like Demir mid-range control, like your deck Conflict. So I think the Shield Mage can come out. Dovin might be fine, as we just saw there. Stroke is probably going to end up being good. Prison Realm is also probably fine. Pardon me. So we have to think about, you know, them having a bunch of hand attack stuff. Actually, maybe Negate's good, because sometimes we don't do anything on turn 2, or oftentimes we don't do anything on turn 2, and being able to counter a hand attack spell might not be bad. I don't know. Maybe Negate's not good here. I think it'd be fine, though. I think we can trim out a couple of Cleansing Novas. We're not interested superly much on that one. I mean, maybe all of them can go. You think this is Esper mid, and they just didn't see any white mana? in which point we definitely want those cleansing novas. And I think what the out is maybe then Dovin. Maybe trim a couple of Dovins and... Actually, let's take out all 4 Dovins. Plug in a Sahili, she's pretty good. And take out a Khan. Teo is solid for hexproof. I mean, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, they can't hand attack us if we can't be targeted. Ooh, this is a very medium hand that we're going to mulligan. Of course, we then get a literally unkeepable hand, so I don't know, what do I even know? Yeah, sure. We're going to bottom that. We need things to do. Yeah, now we're dead. And now we died, so... Because they just take the treasure map, exactly. And we multiply, and they duressed our only play. And we died. So, you know. Looks like you were right, Conflict. This looks very much like... Oh no, Disinformation Campaign. I have seen it played in. Hero decks. Don't see Blast Zone played in hero decks very much, so... Okay, opponent has not done very much. They put some more counters on their Blast Zone. Yeah, this is looking like a Demir. This is annoying. I think I have to play the Teferi and just tick it up. And just know that it's getting Vrass's Contempted here. Okay, well they don't have the Contempt then. Interesting. Sweet. Yeah, sure. That was really weird. I'm sitting here going, yeah, okay, well, what are we doing in game 3? Because I still don't fully know what they're doing. And then they're like, oh, concede. I mean, I know we're doing powerful nothing, but... Sneep. All day Sneep. I mean, the other... There was an Esper Super Friends deck at... oh dear. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. I want to know if Red can beat us. I also want to know if I'm meant to play Thibblefip first. I think I probably am over Search. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Can gain some life. Dovin. Tick down. Stop whatever their second turn play is. That one. Gain a life. Oh no, actually, yes. So, if they have Chain Whirler, it's better to tick down on the Pyromancer. If they don't have Chain Whirler, it's better to tick down on the Lava Runner. think they have Chain Whirler. I'm going to do that. Oh, and they're just coming straight at me. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, well, I think we just take the Cleansing Nova here. And because we've got a Cleansing Nova on the way, we're just going to save ourselves as much life as possible. If they've got a land here, they should really be playing the Chandra. Yeah, that's actually a big problem for us. We noticed that in that last game, actually. That Chandra was a big problem for this deck. Yeah, block. Well, there's another Hand of Control. That's kind of interesting. Well, there's another Cleansing Nova. Now I wish I'd taken another reasonable spell there. I think I'm going to take the backup Cleansing Nova because I've already got a backup Dovin. So, you know. And then we're just going to hold on to this Dovin. Because obviously Chandra's not dealing any damage to us at the moment. Does he? Is he able to target permanent? Yes. Cool. Steamkin? Sure. Lava Runner? Sure. Mobilized District? Sure. I mean, Narset doesn't do a great deal to them, so if they point damage at my Narset, I'm not too super bothered. But we can tick down on here, get this Search for Azcanter on the battlefield, get the Mobilized District down as well. And obviously the District can be activated this turn for all of 2 mana, so we might go into that. Okay, they hit a land off of the Chandra. That's Deece. Yeah, as I say, Narset isn't doing a massive amount to them because obviously the only card in their deck that actually draws them is Risk Factor. But I just want to see something here. If I think I want to activate this Mobilized District, actually, and just try and block this Lava Runner, though. Do I even care? Because if I've got that on the battlefield, I can go Glacial Fortress, that for 5. Oh no, I can activate that for 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to try and... Oh no, Legendary Creature on Planeswalker. Oh, okay, fine. This doesn't actually do anything, but it also doesn't seem to matter. Graveyard with you. Backup Narset is not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to tick down on Chandra here. Play the second Narset. See what we can hit. It's a Fairy Hero of Dominaria. Well, that can at least tuck the Chandra next turn. And we're going to play backup Dovin. tick down on this runaway Steamkin. Yes, thank you, game. I did want to do 2 activations of those in a turn. That is in fact what is going on here. Yeah, so they can't ultimate the Chandra and hope to kill me with it. Oh, this is annoying. I need like 10 mana to do everything I need to do. Because I need to Teferi, tick down and bounce this stupid Rekindling Phoenix token. Shock on the Dovin. Interesting. Like I say, the fact that we've got this other backup Dovin is very interesting. Hold on. View battlefield. Dang. I think we actually keep that. As stupid as this sounds, if we keep that, we actually get to make 2 plays this turn. So, but let's Narset and see what we hit. Another Cleansing Nova. That's... Okay, wait a minute. We got land, Mox Amber. We can do it. We can totally do this. Yeah. Let's take the Mox Amber. Because then we... Dovin tick down on the Chandra. No, not Teferi first. No! No, I miscounted! I miscounted! Oh, God, that's annoying. I'm short by 1. I miscounted my lands. That's really tilting. Okay, so Chandra's turned off again. I think we just Cleansing Nova to get rid of mostly the runaway Steamkin. Yeah, I wish... I really wish now that I had counted correctly, because I would have taken the other Cleansing Nova. Yeah, that was dim of me. This deck is really hard to pilot. There's just so many things going on. And I can totally see why your game took an hour and 40 conflict. Oh dear. Well, now they get to kill both of these Planeswalkers, I suppose. Not that that's a big problem. Okay then. The other line was... No, with the 4/4 in play, that was, I think, the best line. Oh, we'll leave that on top of the library, I think. And we'll transform you. Perfect. There's Teferi. Put that on top of their library again. Turn off that thing, and then, yeah, in the turn. Okay, okay. It's still not looking great. This deck, Yes. Yeah, they have untimed rounds in the finals, don't they? Or in the top 8, rather. So I can totally see that taking forever. So yeah, I'm not super surprised by that. Like, it feels like we can't lose, but at the same time, I don't see how we win. I think I'm going to activate Search for Counter, and we'll see what Planeswalkers we hit. Saheeli, okay. Now I see how we win. So obviously I could bounce the Rekindling Phoenix, but I think what we actually do is we dove and tick down to do that. And I guess I should have done my Teferi first. Because I don't want a Chain Whirler to just wipe me out. Yeah, the districts have got to start beating, but... Okay, shock on the Tefers. Right, okay. Let's see what we can hit. Urza's Ruinous Blast. Yeah, exactly. To get the exile effect, I like that. I think it's just the Teferi. You can go away. Let's draw another card and we'll see what we hit here. Fibblethip. Okay. Oh yeah, and we can play Fibblethip, can't we? Okay, well let's attack first, actually. Got to start getting them beats in. Alright, well, Fibblethip into Fibblethip's an interesting thing. There's the Chandra. Well, that's a really good hit for them. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That's a really good hit. Don't fully know why they bothered playing the land there, but whatever. Khan. Oh, hello. Whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra, I believe that means that this happens all at once. So let's just tick down. It doesn't matter how much came in as 1-pointers. Oh, that's decent. Oh, if only we still had a blooming bounce. So I can activate both mobilized districts, go at Chandra, kill Chandra. She's probably going to kill my Saheeli. Play Khan, tick down Khan. Khan makes a huge monster. Yeah, I quite like that. Let's just activate this. And I'm also going to just go with, let's not put the Khan on the battlefield for them to kill. Let's let them kill the Saheeli. Oh yeah, I needed an upkeep stop for the map, didn't I? That's what I should have done as well. Never mind, I would have kept the Khan. I just obviously would have had an extra counter on this thing. Cool. Chandra loses 5 loyalty. She kills my Saheeli, sure. Make big doofus. Cast Fibblethip as well, I guess. Second one of those would have been nice earlier, but what can you do? I did not even realise that the Mobilised District had Vigilance naturally. That's how little I've actually looked at these cards. That's really tilting. That's really annoying. And it turns off my Mox Amber as well. This deck is really good. As I was saying earlier, though, I am just really worried about it being just too slow. Just too slow. Let's scry. Let's see what we find. Yes, we will have that. Thank you very much. My turn. We'll draw that. And then we'll attack with everything. Cleansing Nova. Bounce the token. Be in the money. Might not even have to bounce the token at this point. Just Cleansing Nova. Yes, sweet. I'm down for that. Right then. Destroy all creatures, please. Like, we're at 28 life. Oh, hold on a second. I need to set another upkeep stop. You know what? Let's just get the beats on. Lutz. That's mildly annoying. That's even more annoying because that gets to kill my Khan. Jeez. Yeah, sure. Tilt. Yeah, you can stay right there. Okay, the rest of the deck is just mono hits at this point. I am actually going to upkeep Scry, though, just to flip this. Oh, no, I should have done it afterwards. That was dim of me. Never mind. Yeah, we want to go to main phase. I want to tick down. I want to bounce this Runaway Steamkin. Yeah, I would have scried that to the bottom. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Ugin. Yes, gain some more life, blah blah blah. Destroy the Chain Whirler. Hopefully they won't draw another Chain Whirler. We could mobilise District, actually. That was what I was considering doing, but I think we'd leave it for the moment. Just get in. Yeah, a Chain Whirler would obviously be really bad here, because it would kill both of my Planeswalkers. Maybe I should have considered that one. I've got enough in the way of advantage. Like, I've got 3 draws with a Treasure Cove and a Treasure Map, and a Count of the Sunken Ruin active. Okay. That's fine. Cancel. No, we want that. Oh, I could have get on in with the Mobilized District. I should have done that. Activate both of those, and this is a lethal attack. So, why are you tapping like that? Come on, game. The auto tapper has gotten worse since Thingy came out, I think. Since the new set came out. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, this deck is dumb. When it gets to do this, this deck is really dumb. Yeah, I was going to say, dude, you should just be conceding right now. Okay then, so we want the Shield Mage in. The Shield Mage is good. Ends and Realms also seem pretty good, Sahili is also good at just clogging up the ground. Time Raveler's only medium. I like your point, actually. Conflict. Oh, by the way, hi, that half-breed. Sorry, I forgot to say hi. Cleansing Nova mixed in with the other Wrath. Yeah. You know the one I mean. Could be really good. I'm wondering if we want to just trim down some of the top end. Khan's also kind of medium. Like, Teferi takes over the game, but it's about getting there. I'm actually going to trim a couple of Narsets as well. Just because, as I say, she doesn't do them... Oh, Lyra. Nearly forgot Lyra. That would have been really bad. Search for Escanner can go away, actually. Fibblefip is medium, but it turns on your Mox Ambers early so that you can cast your Wraths earlier. And sometimes that's going to be really important. And obviously, just getting a Planeswalker down earlier as well is just really important. But you are right, it's not very good. It's just, it happens to be an early play. Oh, that's a really annoyingly close hand. And that's a hand that it can exist, I suppose. Yeah, alright, we'll keep that. No, I need earlier plays. Well, I'm not super happy about this Narset, to be perfectly honest. Being my first play of the game, not affecting the board. Dovin's not a bad hit, though. Dovin's pretty good. Because they tend to have to point a bunch of creatures at him just to get him off the battlefield. Wow. Wow, okay, seriously. Mana base is not being kind to us today. Is this match 3? I think this is like match 3 that we've played today. We had the mirror match, the blue-black thing that occurred that I still don't fully know what it was. Baffling end. Oh, if only I could have had you last turn. That would have been good. I think we still point it at this runaway Steamkin. Obviously, Dovening the runaway Steamkin is fine, but it still makes mana. Oh, that's nice. It has like a big cheer effect. I don't know if you could hear that when it came into play, but that's quite nice. I like that. Like, you know, crowd at a football stadium sort of cheer. Yep, okay, that can get Dovened. That can get Dovened right now. Interplanar Beacon, which I probably should have actually played last turn. Let's gain a little life. A little bit of life. Yes, that one was the one that I tried to point it out. Thank you, game. Keep up, game. Come on. You know, so there's no point attacking with the Phoenix. At the same time, there's very minimal point not attacking with the Phoenix. So, you know. Woo. Yeah, we could really do with an Urza's Ruinous Blast here. Like, hallowed, you know, Mobilized District, Urza's Ruinous Blast, instead of one of these Cleansing Novas, would end the game on the spot. Right? Right? But I think what we do is we go Narset, tick down, see what we can hit. There's another Dovin, but it doesn't really do very much. We can make Thopters, but again, not super helpful. I think we're going to take that. Actually, I probably should have taken the Dovin. Never mind. I think we're losing this one. I feel pretty solidly that we're losing this one. Oh wow, they don't have their second spell in their graveyard. Interesting, interesting. Didn't realise that. We haven't actually killed anything yet, so, you know. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken this Tezzeret. Okay, we're dead even for our Cleansing Novas now. We're very dead. Third Cleansing Nova. Yeah, why is one of them not an Urza's Ruinous Blast? Like, we play enough 3-mana Planeswalkers that 3-mana Planeswalker on 3, turn 4, land plus Mox Amber plus Urza's Ruinous Blast seems like a thing that would happen like a good chunk of the time. I don't feel like changing any of the sideboard. I mean, Thibblethip is very medium. Let's take Thibblethip out. And we'll add back in... We'll add in a Disdainful Stroke in case we get a chance to tag a Phoenix. And maybe we'll grab Khan because he can make blockers. Like, he does make blockers. And same with Ugin. Teferi Time Raveler would just be medium. Like, bouncing their stuff is fine-ish. But at the same time, like, it just buys you, like, a turn, maybe. At best. And even then, it's really medium. Saheeli is the hit we want. Because she just makes an army for you. Obviously, it then gets Chain Whirled, but, you know, hopefully you've had some time with it to stave off a little bit of damage. Right. On the play, that's a really good hand, I think, for this deck against this, against Mono Red. So, yeah, we're gonna run it. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's joining us today. That was a pretty good draw. Could do with a second White Source, but that was not a bad draw. if you're enjoying this, I'm planning on doing a bunch more stuff with like the top decks coming out into the format, that kind of thing. So if you're enjoying this, please do, drop that follow button. It really helps out a ton. And I think we're gonna go Dove in here and turn off this Runaway Steamkin, because it also makes it harder for them to cast spells. That's Chain Whirler. That's, annoying. But everything so far dies to a Cleansing Nova, so if we can find a second white source, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. Doesn't actually matter what we tick down and what we use one of Teo's blockers for. Actually, maybe I should have used the Chain Whirler. You never know, the wall might survive. There's a very small chance that the wall survives. If it's blocking the Runaway Steamkin, I mean. Whereas this way I have to block and I have to lose it. Ugin dealing with like a Chandra or a Experimental Frenzy is another reason that I should probably have kept it in last game. That's a Chain Whirler again. Okay. Yep, could have done with a second white source there. Hey? Hey? Let's Teferi tick up and see what we hit. Tezzeret, again, not another white source, so... Could really do with the second white source here. Could really do with the second white source here. Yep, I like it. We'll block the 3/3 that could become a 4/4. Not that it's going to matter much. I think if they can shock it and kill it, they just will. I mean, they've shown it a great deal of respect by pointing all of their creatures at it, which I think is reasonable. It is Teferi. Just play out some more useless creatures. Oh, dang it. That is not what I wanted to see. And a Lutz for full retail because they didn't actually attack me. Isn't quite funny. Okay. Well, if we hit a white source here, like, we are crushing it on the value front and probably just getting to win this game. The only thing that could really stop us then would be a Chandra, but we've got a good answer for that. Oh, come on! I'm actually really tempted to just Tezzeret and draw a card. Rather than like baffling ending a Steamkin or something. Yeah. I think this is the high upside line. Dovin again. That runs the serious risk of us missing this and our natural draw step and then just being dead. I think they're going to start ignoring my Planeswalkers here. Like, that is a serious board state. Yep. Oh no, they get a point 5 damage at my Tezzeret. And 5 at me at the moment. Could be more if they point burn spells at me. No? Okay, cool. Right. Planes off the top. Screw you, deck. Yes. Now they have to be like, oh, they're about to get hexproof, I need to... Let's tick down on this runaway Steamkin. This is never not getting at least to a 3/3 size next turn. Wizard's Lightning to unhexproof me. Yep, seems reasonable. Did we mull to 6 this game or to 5? I think we mulled to 6, didn't we? Okay. Well, Dovin's definitely dead no matter what I block, so I'm not going to block even the Viashuna Pyromancer because there's no advantage to it, and if they play another Chain Whirler, that would then kill my blocker for later. I haven't seen our other exile effect, the one that scries when it enters. Could really do that with that off the top right now, actually. Well, there's the second white source. And I think we have to do it. If we draw another land next turn, we can go Ugin, tick down, and Baffling End the token. Which is something, I guess. I don't necessarily agree with red decks going up to, you know, a bunch of 4-drops at the moment. It feels like you should just be lower to the ground, leaner, more burn spells. But at the same time, it is completely kicking my ass. So, what do I even know? If I could land on both sides, would be great. That's scary. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Right, let's try it again. I think we'll get maybe 2 more matches out of this deck, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, because that was number 3, I believe. So, this is a good hand. We'll keep this hand. Turn 2, Thibblethip. We're going to just open with Plains. Turn 2, Thibblethip. Turn 3, Saheeli, Mox Amber. And I think we do just play the Mox Amber in case Saheeli dies to whatever. Like, Mox Amber very rarely dies to anything. And then if we hit 1 more land, we get to Teferi. And there's the 1 more land. Perfect. Treasure map. That's not a bad hit. That's not a bad hit either. Block. Land. Block. Law Rune Enforcer. That's actually fine against us. I'm assuming that's going to be... Oh, protecting the Law Rune Enforcer. Interesting. We don't have a second blue source. Oh, come on, deck. The mana base should be good. You're a 2-color deck, for God's sake. Think think Teferi bounced the Law Rune Enforcer? That's not bad. Teferi's only medium against this matchup, so I'm okay losing it. Obviously, we are also effectively losing a 1-1 here because we couldn't cast Saheeli. Okay, there we go. Interplanar Beacon means that next turn we can go Interplanar, Saheeli, gain an extra life, Mox Amber. We can then play Treasure Map as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then we're firing on all cylinders. So we're okay losing this Teferi to get some the next couple of turns to be really good. Wow. Bunch of people watching us struggle to figure out how to play this deck. Chose the Law Rune Enforcer, which is now gone, so I'm just going to block the Sky Marcher Aspirant because Saheeli only makes blockers on the ground. So, yeah. Sure. Interplanar Beacon. Sublime Artificer. Gain a life. Mox Amber, make a 1-1. Treasure Map, make a 1-1. Yep, this is good. We like this. Upkeep stop, because we've actually got 6 mana next turn, so even with an upkeep stop for Treasure Map tapping, we can still play Teferi, which is nice. Can't then obviously activate them. I couldn't activate the Mobilized District anyway, so it doesn't super matter. Choosing the Law Rune Enforcer. Okay, interesting. They really want that Law Rune Enforcer to stick around, even though I've currently shown them precisely one creature which it can hit. Well, I probably would have done it for the other bodyguard. Don't know. Not a White Weenie player too much. Certainly not an Azorius Weenie player, so I don't know if this is the version playing Counterspell's main board. You know, if you watched any of the MPL weekly play that went on yesterday, I'm like halfway through watching it. There was a version of, no, don't do that. Well, I think we know what Teferi's doing, and I think he's tucking that thing. I'm also a little bit surprised that they didn't tap the Law Rune Enforcer. No, I needed that. Let's use the Mobilized District mana. As I say, we can't actually activate it, so oh no, wait, I really needed that. I can't play Teferi. Never mind. I was going to say, if they have Spell Pierce here and I get got by Spell Pierce again, I think I would just quit. Okay, well, we're going to play another Plains. And then, yeah, we can't use the Mox Amber. Or couldn't use the Mox Amber, so no attacks. We could really do with a Cleansing Nova here. I'm going to upkeep stop again. At me for 1, sure. Not even remotely going to block that. I will block that. Unless they point other bodyguards at it, the attack with the Dauntless bodyguards, because at that point I'll try and kill off some creatures, obviously. Because we still haven't found the Cleansing Nova. I don't know what this attack means. Maybe it means Loxodon? Yeah, there we go. No. I mean, please attack like that. You're giving me an extra trigger with Narset. Sweet. Again, we'll use the district mana, because this time we really do have the mana for Teferi. Interplanar Beacon is interesting because we obviously get to gain a bunch of life, but I don't think it's where we're at. Dove in Hand of Control is also not where we're at against this particular deck. It's not going to be very good. Let's see what else we can find. There's the Cleansing Nova. They will have Lorune Enforcer and an Adanto Vanguard left, and that is it. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, if we had a little bit more mana, it would be tempting to try and get my Saheeli back and maybe play some Planeswalkers. Like, if we had 2 more mana, we'd play a Planeswalker afterwards and make some blockers, yada yada yada. But I think in this instance, it's best to just be like, okay, we're going to take 4 power off the board. Yeah, I kind of figured that might happen. Coming straight at me. Yeah, that's annoying. Suppose they know that we have the spare Narset. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I can Teferi tuck this, play a Dovin, makes another blocker. Dovin can stop the Adanto Vanguard, maybe. I don't hate that line. I possibly should have just been scrying on upkeep, but I feel like maybe having 8 mana this turn is not the worst thing in the world with a 5 and 2 3s in my hand. Adanto Vanguard can go away. Can not deal any damage. That seems fine. Yeah, so obviously this loses us our Teferi, which is not great, but Saheeli, at least, is a pretty good creature to have, Planeswalker to have at the moment. Oh, upkeep stop. Now I'm very happy to flip this on upkeep. Yeah, exactly. So seeing as it's definitely dying, no blockers. Boom, boom. History. Yeah, that's annoying. Again. Oh, actually, I think we will start using normal mana, because we can activate those mobilized districts. Field of Ruin, you can go away. They haven't got a Legion's Landing flipped, so that's not too big a deal. Interplanar Beacon. Well, gains us some more life, so I ain't against it. Yeah, play new Narset, gain some more life. Keep the new Narset. Take down the new Narset. Cleansing Nova. Dovin, Hand of Control, search for Azcanta. 5 in the graveyard already. Dovin will be going to 3 this turn. I will have 3 blockers. So actually I could just take this search for Azcanta. Yeah, I like that move. I'm going to tick down on the Adanto Vanguard, and then I am going to... Oh, no. I have to make blue mana off of that for that. Oh, I had a Glacial Fortress up. Being stupid here. Yeah, this deck is really frying my brain. Like, really badly frying my brain. And I will happily trade off some mobilized districts for some of these creatures when they attack. So... no attacks. In turn. Please send with a Banalish Marshal. Please send with a Banalish Marshal. I mean, Law Rune Enforcer is not a bad start. Can I please not tap the other mobilized districts that I intend to use to block? I'm going to give up a card here, which is obviously somewhat annoying, but I feel like taking out these 2 creatures is pretty much worth it. You know, we get to take out a Knight for the history and the Law Rune Enforcer. We don't even lose our land for killing the Law Rune Enforcer. That's a Loxodon. Right then. Could do with another Cleansing Nova. Yep, we'll transform that. That seems decent. Ugin the Ineffable is a pretty good pickup here, I think. Yeah, I was going to say. We've definitely got this game locked down. It's just like trying to find the most reasonable line to just win. Lyra seems good. Do I even want the Baffling Ends? Yeah, I think we do. Taking care of the Adanto Vanguard is pretty important. Dovin was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be there. Dovin was a heck of a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I kept thinking it was going to be just awful against, you know, a go-wide deck, and it turned out to be really great. Oh, Saheeli. I feel like maybe there should just be 2 Saheelis mainboard. She's really good. Again, I'm thinking I lose Khan. I think Teferi's also pretty medium. Just very expensive and not necessarily going to win the game. I think same with Tezzeret. Although, actually, Tezzeret making flyers could be good against the 2-1 that has Ascend. Do we want the Teos? I feel like they just get outclassed really fast. I think, actually, we should trim the Teos. then I think it's a fairy. Again, Fibblethip, meh, but in this matchup, rushing for a turn 4 Wrath is very, very good. Well, we've got the Nova, and we've got some things to do. I think we keep. I think because we've got our most useful card here, we're just going to keep it and hope to draw some other stuff. Of course, we're just going to draw a bunch of land, but there you go. Okay. I didn't have a play on turn 2. That's very interesting. History? I'm assuming it's got to be history, right? Yeah. Yeah, and I imagine there might be another one, actually. This hand might not be fast enough. Do we take another Cleansing Nova? So we don't get to cast it next turn. We get to cast it the turn over. I think we don't let them know that we've got a Cleansing Nova. I think we take a Narset. Because if we're like, okay, we're going to take the Cleansing Nova, they're going to go, okay, well, I'm not going to play anything more out to this because this is plenty to kill you. Whereas this still might be enough to kill us. Okay. Well, that's bad. Okay then, this turn is about stopping as much damage as possible. 10, 13, 15, we should be at 2. If they go after Planeswalkers instead, that's actually really good for us. Right, well, if they have the counterspell for this Cleansing Nova, we are dead. Please don't have the counterspell. They have the counterspell. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I'm not bringing in any negates, but actually... No, I've still got 3 Teferi Time Ravelers in the deck. I feel like that's fine. I mean, I know it's obvious, but being on the play against any aggro deck just feels so freaking important with this deck. And we keep drawing just terrible mana-based hands. Keep? Like, if we draw another land, maybe we can actually play Magic here? Okay, well that's a start. Alright. Yeah, this deck, it's definitely got something. It's just a question of, I don't necessarily know as it's got the right matchup against the aggro decks. Of course, that's probably why it did quite so well this weekend. As far as I'm concerned, English Magic players don't play as much aggro as they should. Cleansing Nova's not bad. No, we're going to take this. Because then we're probably going to Teferi bounce whatever they play next. I mean, yeah, exactly. That. Protecting one of the Adano Vanguards. Which one? That one. Okay. I honestly just don't think about it. Conflict, I think, is probably the more accurate thing to say there. Amusingly, I think if they send both at Teferi here, we can't block because we need Fibblethip to turn on the Mox Amber. Yeah. As much as I do want to block this Dauntless Bodyguard to kill it, we can't. Because I need the mana from the Mox Amber, so that means I need a legendary on the battlefield. Yeah. Make a Thopterino. And no attacks. What did we get? Time Raveled. Okay. Bouncing my 1/1 Thopterino, which is pretty bad. So again, I want to block. I want to actually block this Tithe Taker, but then I can't necessarily cast my Cleansing Nova because this Mox Amber is very important. Oh, that's a supremely annoying play that they made there. I think we do it because we've got Teferi at least to cast next turn. So let's just take out the Tithe Taker and make it so that a Cleansing Nova will actually sweep at least 2 creatures here. The fact that the freaking double Odonto Vanguard is really rough, actually. And there's a Dovin. Yep, that doesn't do it. Right, we're gonna tick down, bounce a Vanguard, hope to maybe hit either a land here or a land is fine. I was gonna say a. Oh, actually, we could Dovin tick down on the Odonto Vanguard. It doesn't super matter. But it does mean that generally we'll be able to still use the Mox Amber, which means we might be able to play the Ugin next turn as well. Don't know. That might be worth it. That might be worth it. Yep, so Teferi down. Probably, yeah, Dovin taking a hit here. Tithe Taker, sure. Baffling End's not bad. Kind of feel like we just Ugin, tick it up. We're just trying to gum up the board, basically. We're just trying to stop them from enacting their game plan as perfectly as they would like. Okay, well, that's a land. That means that... no, we need one of these Planeswalkers to survive for that to work. I was like, we could Cleansing Nova and Baffling End away one of the Vanguards anyway. Obviously, that would give them a 3/3 if they wanted to just tick down their Teferi Time Raveler on that one. Oh no, we can keep one of these Planeswalkers in play. Oh no, but it's the colourless Planeswalker, so that doesn't actually matter. Oh, thank you very much. This is kind of perfect, actually. Block the Tithe Taker, Cleansing Nova, Baffling End one of the Adanto Vanguards. Yeah, this is actually going a little bit better than it should be. Obviously, as I say, they can Teferi tick down to bounce my Baffling End and make themselves a 3/3, which is not great. And I would suggest that they're probably holding up a counterspell at this point. We have at least gained a bunch of life. Narset, that's interesting. Land first, just in case it's a spell pierce. Might as well do it this way round because we get to make them take 8 here, which isn't a massive thing. If they have the spell pierce here, that's going to be kind of sad, but there we go. Don't have it. Sweet. And I'm losing Dovin either way, so I might as well just save myself or stop that thing from being able to attack this turn. I don't know. This is tricky. I'm gonna have to keep this deck in mind. The blue-white Super Friends deck. It's gonna have to be one of the decks that I keep at the back of my mind when I'm building and playing and whatever at the MCQs. But at the same time, I don't see me actually playing it. It's Narset. The only counter they can have here is Spell Pierce, which obviously I can pay for. Let's tick up. Or tick down, rather. Oh, kind of just want the extra Narset here. Yeah, I'd be really tempted to bounce my Baffling End with this Teferi, actually. I think that'd be where my brain would go. You know, draw... Oh, you don't draw an extra card because of Narset, so they'd have to attack first. And that means hopefully losing at least one creature to a mobilized district. Yep, looks like they're going after the Narset so that their Teferi can draw cards. So, as much as obviously what I would like to do is block this Tithe Taker so that if I find a Cleansing Nova, of which I have only cast one, right? Yeah, okay. Then I get to wipe the whole board. But this way I get a Knight off the battlefield, which is going to be dealing me a heck of a lot more damage than even this Tithe Taker. And honestly, I don't do things at instant speed, so it doesn't super matter. Okay, so they bounce their own History of Benalia. Oh my god, that's pretty gross. That is actually pretty gross. Okay, Cleansing Nova off the top. Leaves them with an Adanto and a 1-1. Well, Cleansing Nova off of the Narset, please. I'm just going to take another Narset. Yeah, that's actually way better than just getting a 3-3 dinosaur. I hadn't even thought about bouncing that. I've obviously seen the bounce my Oath of Kaya lines, but yeah, that was pretty gross. At me. At Narset. At me. Or are you just going to give me no creatures to kill with Immobilized District for free? Because if that's the case, then I will be forced to trade off with a Knight, I think, basically. Yep, that's it. Okay, then. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, cool. I can still do it. We'll just take out one of these 3/3s. Sounds a lot like fucked. Yep. Oh, God, yep. This is real bad. Hey, the Minosaur. We're doing fine. This is absolutely fine. Don't even worry about it. So, yeah. If we can either hit the Cleansing Nova off the top or Narset into a Cleansing Nova, we're probably actually still okay-ish. As long as they don't have a counterspell. Obviously, as soon as they have a counterspell, we are entirely hoops no matter what we do. So, yeah, there's some history going on here. I think we're about to die. Terramander list. What, the blue-black one or Autumn's mono-blue one? Because I saw Autumn tweeting her mono-blue list. Sorry, their mono-blue list. There's the Nova. To be fair, I've seen one in the top 30 cards of my deck. It kind of should have happened, so... What's more lucky is that they didn't have the counterspell for it. Yeah. I'm quite happy being called lucky. It doesn't bother me too much, but yeah, that one felt more like we were getting a little bit unlucky to not see them. And now we potentially die. So, I think I want to mobilise this district and block this Adanta Vanguard because... So if they pay the 4 to save it here, then that means that if I find another way of just killing it, then they can't. At which point, you know, now my cleansing novas are just kill everything, apart from, I'm guessing, the knight, the 2/2, or it's about to be a 2/2 again. The blue blacklist is actually Conflicts. He's in chat. And yeah, I actually really liked it. So at the moment, are you going to take my baffling end? Okay, I mean that's a line. I like that. Cleansing Nova, Cleansing Nova, Cleansing Nova, Cleansing Nova. No counter. One time. One time. Get wrecked. Eggs, basket. Why would I need more than one? I didn't deserve that. Okay, so finding the one off of Kameno like 2 turns ago, feel like I kind of deserved that, given how much digging I was doing for it. That one I didn't deserve in the slightest. Okay. Well, my baffling end obviously has no target now, so I quite like that. And then you can just recycle it to make another 3/3. Yeah, alright, alright. I see where we're going here. I see where we're going. Oh yeah, the Victor's blue blacklist. Yes. Sure. I mean, thank you. If I could find one of my Teferis now, that'd be great. Okay, opponent has been building up cards in hand. Yep, okay. That's not what we wanted to see. Okay, so we've got a baffling in one of them, and it's got to be one of these two. So if I'm baffling in the Sky Marcher, I'm going to 2. If I baffling end this thing, I'm going to 3. But I've got more things that can block on the ground, although obviously this has trample, so... I think we have to take the Sky Marcher Aspirant. And then we're just going to pass the turn. So we've gone from getting very lucky to being like, yeah, now we could stop drawing mana sources. That would be really great. One of my own Teferis would be pretty good here. Yeah, no, that's not going to do it, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh, okay, right then, folks. So I think we've proved that the deck is very good, but I think it needs to be played into a specific meta game. mid-range decks. This deck will crush mid-range decks. Your Bants, your Golgaris that have started coming back, which is actually kind of cool. Your Esper mid-range. It'll probably also do pretty well against Esper control lists, probably Jeskai control lists. But I feel like it dies to any aggro deck. Like, it just doesn't have the stopping power for beating an aggro deck on the regular. So I think it was definitely worth a try. That being said, I'm never going to play it in paper. So, yeah. The Jeskai Super Friends list was actually our first matchup. Like, we fought against it. And the Jeskai list crushed us because they were just doing more powerful things. And I kind of tend to agree. I think I like the Jeskai version of the list as well, more. Yeah, exactly. Sarkhan, he can put opponents under a ton of pressure. We don't do that. I don't actually think we're very good against Nexus of Fate because we don't have a clock. So if your expected metagame is mid-range and control, this is an excellent deck. And I think that's why it did so well at one of the British MCQs, because as we've sort of seen over the last few seasons, not a great many people will play the fog decks, especially when it's not looking like it's a good thing. And obviously SCG last weekend showed that it wasn't necessarily the best thing to be doing. And the other thing is, not many people in the UK like playing aggro, and I think that's wrong. But at the same time, I do understand why. Obviously, you don't have as much play with an aggro deck, so you don't get to leverage any of your knowledge as much. But I think that's being reductionist, because I think you do get to leverage a fair amount of knowledge. Certainly playing mono red at the moment, it feels quite intensive. And as we saw there, my opponent was making clever plays with their mono white aggro deck that maybe they didn't get to see, that didn't get to do that much. That we didn't get to see that much because we're not looking at the cards in hand, rather. So yeah, good for MCQs in the UK, it seems, the Super Friends list, because they're just going to walk all over any mid-range players. I would not recommend playing it in paper, though, because I think tracking everything is going to be a freaking nightmare. I think it's going to take an age to actually get through a game. And as much as I enjoy grinding people out, there's a limit, you know. The UK is mid-range and aggro predominantly. We do have some very good aggro. Mid-range and control, I should say. We do have some very good aggro players, but in general, a lot of the UK players do not enjoy doing the aggressive things. I think we like to feel smart, so we play the mid-rangey decks that have got a 50% match up against a ton of the field. A mid-range deck will always have a way of winning a game. It just might not be very good. Can't smork. Some folk can smork real good. But yes, that's basically how it is. I think we're going to leave it there. I don't think there's anyone currently playing Magic who I can host you over to. Seems like a kind of quiet day today. But yeah, seems like a bit of a quietish Sunday today. Remember, folks, if you have enjoyed this stream, please hit that follow button. And if you wanted to watch anything that maybe you missed at the start, check out the YouTube. It'll all be on the YouTube. Hopefully later on today. Basically, I should be uploading it. So yes, thank you very much for joining us. There is actually one more announcement that I've got to make. So I will be doing a sort of weird stream on Tuesday around lunchtime in the UK, maybe 1 p.m. UTC. Don't know the exact time yet, but I will tweet it later on when I work out exactly what's going on. And me and Habibi MTG, who some of you may know because she's hosted me a few times, and I think I'm auto hosting her, so sometimes you might see her on. We're going to be doing like an arena versus thing, just trying to get like both sides of the matchup, and the plan is you'll hopefully be able to see her side of the match, my side of the match, and later on YouTube I will combine it all so you can watch both going on at the same time. Which should be really interesting to try out some of the top decks in the format, and we can just pit them against each other and see what we're doing. Much like Versus Live over on the SCG Tour. But yes, watch out, check out my Twitter, which the handle's right there, and I will tweet about that when it's going on. Right then, thank you very much for watching, folks, and I will see you all around.